Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in entering to receive a reading from me, a free reading, put a turkey in the comment box, and we will be choosing a person at random, and that person will be receiving this reading. Now, I will not be contacting you in the comment box. I will be making a separate video to announce who has received this reading. So just know that if anybody contacts you saying, yay, congratulations, that's not me. It's a scammer. Don't be scammed. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which is also listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, cool. There we go. I love how your cards just fell out. They were like, listen, I have something to say. Now it's interesting. We have the Hermit here reversed. We are represented by the Hermit in the major arcana. So that being reversed means that we can have a bit of a hard time during this time frame of getting out of our own way. We're going through a tower time. Things are changing, and we can kind of not be trusting ourselves or looking at our insight, looking at what we desire. We want to go outside for answers, and Spirit's saying a lot of the answers that we are seeking and that we need are within. But what's really interesting is that we have the Queen of Pentacles coming forward, right? And we're represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana. So internally and, kind of like at a deep soul level, we're not really trusting ourselves. But my gosh, does it appear to everybody else that we have it all figured out. So just be aware of this. We're also extremely successful. So that's a good thing. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Radiant. Yeah, you definitely are radiant. Okay. Here, Virgo, let yourself shine. Let yourself shine. Let your radiance come through. Let you be you. Because what is there? That old Oscar Wilde statement. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Like, be you. Be who you are and let yourself shine with it. And I can tell you that when you decide to walk down that path and saying radiantly, powerfully, personally, this is who I am, that can be a bit overwhelming at times. It really can be. It's like we can doubt ourselves, we can fear ourselves, we can think, oh no, I can't do this. And then we can have a lot of archaic energy thrown at us, lower energy vibration thrown at us. Acknowledging that, but not being defined by that is going to be so important because we're moving into our radiance, and spirit wants our energy to rise, but the negative spirit that is around us wants us to go to base level, wants us to be just like everybody else. So let's see The energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Yeah, this is the Hierophant reversed. So this is Taurus energy, but it's also institution. It's also, this is the way it is because. And as an earth sign energy, we like that. We like that. We like that. This is the way it is because. These are the roots. These are the rules. This is how it is. This is how it's planted. This is how it grows. And so here with this reversed, we can really be questioning a lot of the fundamentals of things. We can really be questioning, how we need to move forward for ourselves or how we want to move forward for ourselves. And that's going to be a big deal. And that is a big deal for us. We have the Three of Swords reversed. We are releasing heartbreak and pain and disappointment. We are releasing a lot of negativity that has weighed us down, held us back, made us cry, had us kind of screaming into the pillow saying, this isn't fair. We're releasing that. We're also naming it, we're seeing it, but we're saying it has no place in my life. The heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment, it always will leave a scar, it leaves a wound. The battles that we go through in life, whether we've chosen them or they've chosen us, they come through so powerfully. And this is going to be a time that we look at things with so much openness, so much understanding of self, compassion of self, and it brings us to the Hermit reversed. It brings us to us reversed. And we question, how do I move forward for me? Where is it that I want to be? We also want to turn outward, where Spirit is saying it's really important to turn inward. We want to be looking at everything else, looking at everybody else, finding the answers, seeing the answers, thinking somebody else has the answers to the questions. But the light, it only illuminates in front of us. And if we're upside down, the light blows out. The lantern here doesn't work. So during this time, we're going to want to have somebody else answer the questions for us. But the whole big thing is that we have the answers in ourselves, but we have to look inward. And looking inward is kind of something we don't want to do because we have the heartbreak and pain and disappointment that we're letting go of inward. And if we look inward, we're kind of cut by that sword just a little bit as it's leaving, because the sword is leaving, they're falling out, right? They're falling out. One still lies in, and that one we'll be taking out ourselves, which is a daunting task in and of itself. But these chaoses, this overwhelmingness, it's falling away. And we're going to be looking at things. But there's a sharpness to our eyes because we're going to be thinking, okay, when's the next shoe going to drop? When's everything going to fall apart? When is it all going to go pear-shaped? When am I going to lose it? That proverbial it that I've been building towards. And it brings us to the Queen of Pentacles. This is us in the Minor Arcana. People see us as powerful. People see us as, put together. We're very good at putting on a mask or appearing the way that people want us to appear. That statement, dress for success, we're good at that. And earth sign energies are. Earth sign energies are really good at that. You can always know when an earth sign energy really doesn't feel well because they'll look a little bit shabby. Right? And that's usually not an earth sign energy thing at all, to be shabby at all. Comfortable, yeah, sure. Casual, sure. But shabby, no. So here, there's a sense of being able to present this really powerful, polished persona to the world. And yet we're feeling very doubtful of ourselves. We're feeling rather overwhelmed. And Spirit is also saying here, listen, we have a lot more answers than we realize. We were meant to be powerful, prosperous people. People look at us and they see success. They do. They see somebody who has it figured out, who knows what they're doing, who knows how they want to move forward in life. I love the little dog here, okay? And I just see that there's an energy around you. It can be a dog, but it's just a young, exuberant energy around you that is forcing us to look in a direction and forcing us to look at what truly is prosperous for us in ways that we hadn't imagined before. Because we're kind of questioning everything, and this energy is going to pull us right back down to earth, right back down to what's really important. Kind of like, I don't want to say animals and children energy, but that's the energy that's coming forward. And I know to lump sum them together, it might be disrespectful to the children, but that's what I'm seeing here. With the Two of Pentacles, we're balancing a lot. And this can be a time where we're looking at things and it's like, okay, what do I really want to balance? But we're also feeling rather exhausted. This is a time where we can say, you know what? Is this something I really want to balance? Is this something I really want to do? Is this something I need to give my time to? We're going to be boiling things down to things that we need to give our time to and things that we don't, things that we want balanced and harmonized in our lives and things that we just don't. We just don't want it around anymore. So being aware of that is going to be super, super, super important for us. And also acknowledging sometimes that we can just feel a little bit out of harmony. And why do we feel out of harmony? Because we need to turn inward more. And yet that's something we don't want to do. We want to go everywhere else but in. And yet Spirit is going to force us to go in. Because externally, when people look at us, Virgo, and even if we say like, oh, I'm having a hard time, they'll be like, yeah, sure, okay, just schlep it off. Like, you're fine, just keep walking type of thing. Tower. We are going through a time of profound change. Do people get it? They might not. They might not get how profound this change is for us. But we are going through a time of profound change. The tower isn't necessarily a bad change. A tower time in our lives is an intense change. It can be a scare that we've had or a heartbreak that we have had or, just even something in the media, which pick anything, close your eyes and pick, that is heart-wrenching and overwhelming. So here, there is a sense of things are changing. The foundation that we had built, it fell apart in one way or another. And it can just be our thoughts and ideas of something. It can be, it can be the foundation fell apart and we found ourselves in situations where we were like, what the heck just happened? We could have lost everything. And as a person who has lost everything before, that's something that never leaves you. And here, it's also acknowledging that tower time. And instead of saying, so often we hear people who go through really hard times, they're like, oh, yeah, and then they came out the other end and it was perfect. To acknowledge that it changed us at a cellular level is important. And here, to embrace the healing, we don't have to have it all figured out. When Spirit says to turn inward, it's also letting us see our scars and our hurts and our pains, which usually isn't something we want to be reminded of. But Spirit is saying here, love yourself, slow down, take care of you. You're absolutely worth it, and you're absolutely beautiful. The foundation might have fallen. We might now have more questions than we have answers, or found ourselves, in a world we never thought we'd inhabit because we've changed. And there's no walking back to like everything's fine, or there's no walking back to the tower didn't fall type of energy. So here, respecting ourselves, honoring the pain that we have been through, honoring us, and knowing how unbelievably strong we are. That is an important thing. And that is a beautiful thing. Our subconscious energy from Spirit is hope reversed. We need hope. It was the last thing left in Pandora's box when she unleashed chaos onto the world. We need hope. And so for Spirit to say that we have hope reversed, we can be rather nihilistic, we can be rather, harsh on ourselves. The hope is gone. The sense of, I can do this, or I have this, or, this is beautiful and leading me forward can be gone. We can be very cynical right now. And Spirit's like, stop that. Because that will just put us down into a pit that we don't need to be in. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Things aren't changing the way that we had thought they would, or we haven't completely gone through that change yet. We've gotten so far, and then it stopped. Remember, here, the circle isn't closed. If you can see right here, the circle is still open. So there's something here where we haven't quite yet entered into that new season. And we are to be mindful to think like, okay, it's all changed. But there are some root things that we need to look at during this time because we're entering into a time of profound and everlasting change. And that's the tower, profound and everlasting change. As I look at this card, and it's a tower, but it's the world. Oh my gosh. Dean, here we go. The world has opened up to you. It has. It has. But I'm standing by because Spirit, I looked at this card and I just saw the tower. And I know everybody who can read Italian here is probably yelling at me. I cannot. But I just saw the number and I was like, that's not the tower number. Tower is 16 and this is 21. The world is opening to us. We need to be balanced. We've been through a heck of a lot of change that has torn us down at the knees, but the world is opening. And now we get to see ourselves. And now we get to see what we want. So be aware of this. Be aware that there's a weight being lifted off your shoulders. And I stand by the tower, with this, because Spirit had me see it for a reason. But now the world's opening. And you have strength from going through that tower time. Because I saw it as the tower time. Even though we were still in it, soul-wise, we were out of it. We've come out of it. And now the world is opened. And now it's like, okay, what do I do with this knowledge? What do I do with this power? What do I do with me? And how do I stand in my grace? How do I stand in my abundance? Because Virgo, you were made to be abundant. You were just made for success. So, take that and run with it as you should. You were made for success. Your subconscious tarot message is the 9 of Pentacles. Be in the moment. You have the beautiful ability, Virgo, to be in the moment. So be in the moment. Stand in the moment. Look at what you have accomplished. Even if it's not everything you want to accomplish, look at what you've accomplished and open up the door to your success, to your bounty, and to your abundance. And know that you deserve it. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. What is the saying? The past is a country you can never visit again. The future is completely unknown. So live in the present right here and right now. And I know it's hard. I do. I know it's hard. But live in your abundance and your bounty and let that shine. Because there is so much around you that is powerful and bountiful and that people look at and they wish they had just a bit of what you have. So embrace it. Embrace you. Just know you are successful, even if you don't feel that way all the time. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And live in joy, guys. Live in joy and radiate joy. Bye.